I did have money. Don't have money anymore, but I have a registered bike for 12 months. That's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. So, yeah, that's just all part of paying the dues, isn't it? You've got to... what did my bloke say to me once? Brief and rent. Brief. A brief, I guess, is your motorcycle licence. Rent, I guess, is the registration paid. So both of those are up to date. I can look a police officer in the eye and say, yes, sir, I am allowed to be here. In my youth, it wasn't always the same. It was, no, I don't have, but I can afford the fine. Anyway, that's good. All the bills paid. We're okay. Bit broke, but we're okay. All right, catch you later. Back. I am back, and I'm not on the bike now. We are having a bit of a chit chat with yous. They say that they don't really, that I don't have to shout people out, but you know, if you support me on my YouTube channel, then heck, I'm gonna support you. That's what it is for me. I love to support the people who support me. I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't even actually watch TV anymore. I find TV to be not as an alternative as YouTube. I really get a lot out of YouTube, and if I don't like something, I can just click it off. I mean, you can suppose you can do that, you know, with the TV. You change channel, but we also get a lot of advertising on YouTube too. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, it's much of a muchness. What am I really trying to say? Not a great deal today. Just happy that my bike's registered for a year. That's cool, man. That means my brief and my rent is up to date. Hey. Hey. Yeah. I am in love with this bike. But a little bit about the bikes. Yeah, sure, you all go on about how cool my bikes are. Where were you fucking 30 years ago when I had my XS 650? Oh yeah, cool bike. No. Most of the times in the motorcycling world, I've been scrutinised and rubbished, and I haven't had the easiest time with fellow bike riders. Been laughed at a lot, and you know, oh, here's a wannabe, here's a try-hard because he hasn't got the right bike yet. Mind you, those guys were not with me today. It's funny, you know, they're all idiots, you know. The guys who are with me today are just absolutely staunch, fantastic. And, you know, some of them don't even drive Harleys. I've got a mate who's absolutely number one, mate, just a loyal friend. And he's got a, what is it, a contraceptive motorcycle? He's got a V-Strom. But we don't care about that. You know, geez, when I was young, it was a different world. It was all about prestige and, you know, bunch of wankers. On a completely different note, what a fantastic joy it was for me today to look at old Mac's live action videos. Boy, oh boy. And his motorcycle accident. So I want to do a little bit of a acknowledgement to old Mac. Old Mac, boy oh boy, they really hacked up your leg there for a while, mate. Uh, um, yeah, you gave me the heebie-jeebies this morning in your video. But I tell you what, viewers, if you haven't checked out Old Mac, I don't know if I can put a link there or something. I'm not sure. I can just tell you and you can look it up yourself. This guy, he is over the age of 80. He's riding through America. I didn't like his title today about expired, but he's come to terms with his glorious life and what he's lived. And that's just so uplifting. He knows he's with his God. He knows he's with his people. He knows he's with his roads. Man, Old Mac. Yeah, Old Mac. And you too, hooligan. So, 2006, I started really consciously moving away from second-hand motorcycles. I got my first brand new motorcycle, and I got it by layaway, or as we say in Australia, lay-by. I spent 20,000 Australian on a MT-01 motorcycle, and I'll put a picture up of it now. There's me on my MT-01 at my parents' house. Yeah, boy oh boy, was I a happy camper. And that bike went all the way around Australia. And yes, my trusty swag or bedroll, because I think swag means a different meaning in in New South, in America, USA is what I meant to say. But everybody in Australia knows exactly what a swag is. And if you know anything about Australia, there's a song, Waltzing Matilda, Once Upon a Jolly Swag Man. A swag man is a man who walks around, he wanders the grazing areas where sheep are, and he's usually a rouseabout, or he sweeps the wool up off the floor, and he's a bit of an opportunist, you know, hoping that good favour falls on him from the farmer. And he is a fellow, the swag man. I'll try and get a picture of the swag man so you know where the swag comes from. So the idea of the swag comes from the swag man, who, that's his bedroll. He carries his house on his shoulders. And it's a bit like me when I go out on my bike. I carry my house on my bike. Yes, I do know what to say. And I'll just get into the right light, because as a movie star, I need good lighting so you can see me when I'm talking to you. Okay, so the idea of what this YouTube is about is, yeah, you see my bikes, but what you don't see is the 50-odd bikes that I had. And just like that, we're back again. So we replaced the batteries. I can continue on with what I was saying. And I forgot what I was saying. You're just happy to hear me. Happy to hear me talk. How you going? Charisma, for fucking hell. Mr. Charisma. Okay, and there's so much, like, a musician. I put it all out there, now I've got to deliver. So, yes, a musician. Let's try something. Done in the old ways, the witchy woman wins. Down in the old ways, the witchy woman wins. Why should we take it anyway? Down in the old ways, the witchy woman wins. Down in the old ways, the witchy woman lives. She never liked me much, the witchy woman ways. She never really dug me, she said, see you on your way. Oh yeah. Down in the witchy woman ways. Yeah, I ain't got no witchy woman, but okay, well, I'll put it out on YouTube. Can't give you a diamond ring, but I can give you a key ring. See you, doll. Just a big fan of Southern rock, and now I've got a couple of mates living in the area where the music is just fucking divine. It just fills my heart, man. I'm hoping these guys can tell me more about that music and why it's so raw, and I'm only an Aussie. I mean, we've got some good music in Australia, but we don't have the history you guys have got in the south of the USA. And I'm pretty sure that's where your music is drawn from. Been a lot of struggle. But, you know, with today's cost of living and everything, and here I am living like a fucking king. We will run out one day, and but you know, who wants to be the richest man in the cemetery? Fucking not me. I don't want to be the richest man in the cemetery. Yeah, I don't know if Red Rider watches my vids, but if you do, Red, this morning I was watching one of your new videos where you were singing a Judas Priest song, and yeah, you really got me. You really got me going now. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I can't go what I'm doing. Yeah, oh yeah. So that's what I can say to you, Red. Wow, you really got me going. Back to the bike thing. So after the MT-01, I loved that bike so much that I actually bought another one. Did I do it lay-by? I probably did it lay-by as well. Yeah, I think I did. I think 2 bikes I bought lay-by. Then, stupidly, I went into the Harley-Davidson shop near me and I bought a Road King. I looked at a Night Train, and that's what I really should have bought, but I was practical and I bought the Road King for the reason that I do so many kilometres. I'm a long haul rider. I need to pack the panniers. I need to put my accoutrements in. Either I'm laughing. I watched a Shady Tree Surgeon video the other day, and he was talking about his friend, the stripper on the big Heritage Softail, had an accoutrement on the back pillion passenger seat. strapping young gent, and I just thought, just so classic. Bikers, we got a funny sense of humour. That's because we dice with death every day. We're on our bikes, whether it be a car that rolls centimetres away from us in a crash, or just drunk drivers. We've got to have a good sense of humour when we're on the bike. It's just freaky as fuck if you spend 10 seconds to think about just how dangerous it is riding motorcycles. So I don't lie, I was in it up to my eyeballs. I had that much debt, but it didn't matter. I had two beautiful motorcycles. I had a 2009 Road King Standard and a XL 71 or 72 1200 Sporty. I'll post some pictures up of them. I loved my Sportster with the beautiful short shot exhaust by Vance and Hines. Could never get my Road King to sound anything like my Sportster, but it didn't matter. And anyway, long story short, I got sick at my job, and I put in an incident report form, and they asked me to see a respiratory specialist, and the respiratory specialist said that the chemicals in the factory that I was working in needed, or was it what the right word was, required a different dust mask, and therefore you're liable for decreasing this worker's lung capacity. So the firm, who I can't name for legal reasons, had to pay me out. So I don't work anymore. Mind you, I can't work. I can't really walk anywhere. Life's certainly not fit and healthy. Life is limited. It's got numbers on it for me. Don't know when those numbers are. I've asked them not to tell me. So I can live every day to the fullest. Praise be Jesus. Praise be Jesus. He's directed me in the right way, man. He's directed me all to you. Whether or not I'm going to say, follow Jesus or follow, a pagan. Follow Selene the Moon. That's what I'd follow. If I'm going to preach religion, it'll be Selene, the moon goddess. I know that sounds a bit hippie and everything, but, Selene, spirit of the moon, my mind is made of you. Tell me what to do. Yeah, a bit of Gong from David Allen. Anyway, if you've not heard of Gong, do yourself a favour. Look up Gong. Yeah. So I'm getting into dangerous territory now, religion, but I'm going to spill it out. I'm going to spend 5 seconds with it. I know I should be worshipping Jesus more than I do. But I can't, for some reason, get past worshipping the idea of a female God, a spirit that's feminine rather than masculine. I know we should all worship God, which is like the sun, but I can't help but when I look at that full moon and I think of Selene, the spirit of the moon. One incarnation, I guess, would be Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus. I think Mary is what I worship rather than a Jesus or a God. I worship Mother Mary. I even remember all the prayers the nuns taught us about their devotion to Mary. So, Mary it's a female thing, not a male thing for me. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I worship something greater than myself, at least. I'm not so cocky enough to know that
you know. But where Mother Nature's the same thing as Mary, you know. I love Mother Nature. I love my bush. I love my trees. I'm a lot happier out in the country than I am in the city. With the city reminds me of the sun, which is a man thing. I hate it. I just never dug it. It's not been my thing, man. It's not been my thing. I am a Christian, I just don't worship the idea of Jesus on a cross. The whole idea of Jesus on a cross sacrificing his life for our sins. I questioned even as a 6-year-old or an 8-year-old boy in church when I was sort of pulled by the earlobe off to the back of the car in my Sunday best, and, you know, we all trooped off to church when my mates were just lying and watching cartoons of Tom and Jerry. Oh, you know, so, boys. And they were watching Tom and Jerry and I had to be dragged off and go to church. Anyway, this is a funny vlog. I'm connecting a lot more with you. I want to connect a lot more with my viewers. I sincerely want to say, you know, a few months ago I sat in this shed and I said to the 55 subscribers who are here already, mate, hello and thank you. And now I've got so many. It's just wild. What a great platform. So thank you all for digging what I'm doing. I'm sorry that it's religious tonight and it's full of piss and smoke, but, you know, hey. The music was good, eh? Witchy Woman always wins. Well, it's only because I don't have one. You know, Witchy Woman. I don't have any World War IIIs or I don't have any of that. And I wouldn't mind it, actually. It'd be a change from having nothing. But it's not nothing. Because I have a whole lot of Rosie. And I don't know what the other one's called. Rosie. And this one, I've got no idea what this is called. Mum, Patty, has said it's the Prince. Prince, really? The Prince. I mean, I know Mum loves it. I think, yeah, my mum. God, Mum, Patty. I'll give you a ring in a minute, darling, and I'll chat to you. My mum, Patty. God, she's a darling. Viewers, she is an awesome lady who I think is 75, 76. Not as old as Mac, but she's up there, you know. She's lived a good life. She's pumped out a few kids and she's contributed to the world. She can rest on her laurels, but no, it's off to university to study archaeology. And all I say to her is, you know, look, you know, please, you know, start marking papers and getting paid for your academia, you know, for Christ's sake. Maybe they'll pay you so much that you can buy a decent upgraded motorcycle or at least a trike. I'd like to see my mum on a trike. Hey, my East Coast viewers, what do you think? If you know me and you've followed a few of my YouTubes, you've met my mum, Patty. We think a Cervi car, modern M8 trike with a nostalgic Cervi car. I think that would be ideal for my mum. So she can, you know, put her shopping in the box of the Cervi car and not worry about, I think, yeah, let's just do it. Come on. Who's in? Who's in? It's another day. We're off to the hills. I have some medical appointments I've got to go to. So I thought I might as well take you for a bit of a ride. And let's try you go on the chopper today, eh? Everybody loves the chopper, even me.
I love the chopper heaps. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's give the bike a bit of a wash, eh? She can do with it. Okay, let's wash the bike. Away. Let's go.